Hi everyone, it's Julia at Farmhouse Harvest. Hey, today I'm just going to show you really quick how to make my rump roast recipe that's on the blog, farmhouseharvest.net. I'm going to be using a 2.5 pound roast today. These are a rump roast. I'm using the Angus USDA Choice grade roast. The recipe on the blog is for a 5 pound roast, so I will be cutting the time in half. Usually you'll cook it for 350 degrees for 2 hours and then lower the temperature and cook it between 2 to 5 more hours at 225 degrees. So I am cutting that in half. We'll be roasting it at 350 degrees for 1 hour. I will check the temperature and then we will roast it for another hour to 2 hours. I prefer a medium well done roast. And so I'm going to be shooting between 150 and 190 degrees is what I'm shooting for today. And what we're going to do first is we're going to trim off some fat. Then we're going to season it all over and sear it in avocado oil on the grill. And I'll also caramelize some onions with it and throw that in the bottom of the pan, put a cup of water in there or broth, and then put the seared roast in there and then pop it in the oven. And then all we have to do is take the temperature until it's done. Okay, so the meat is searing. You want to make sure you get it nice and brown. So you flip it over next side. And then we're also going to caramelize one roughly chopped onion to go in the bottom of the roasting pan for the oven. So this is the fat side and it's all nice and brown really well. And then these onions are caramelized, so I'm just going to go ahead and put the onions in the roasting pan now. Okay, after everything is nice and seared, we're just going to go ahead and pop it into the roasting pan. I'm just using a small Pyrex pan here. We're going to add 1 cup of broth to this to help keep things moist in there. And then we're going to put it in the oven at 350 degrees for 1 hour. At this point, your kitchen and your house smells super, super good. Oh, and because I'm out of broth, I will be using 1 cup of water. Okay. All right, so our rump roast has been in the oven at 350 degrees for 1 hour, and that is because it's a 2.5 pound roast, not a 5 pound roast. So I've cut the time in half. And now I'm going to use my instant read meat thermometer and check the temperature of it before I lower the temperature of the oven. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. were at 140 degrees after 1 hour at 350, and that would be a rare roast, which my family would not appreciate as much as they would a medium or a well done roast. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn the temperature down to 225 degrees, let it go for another hour, and then we'll check it again. So our roast has been resting for a full 30 minutes, and now we can go ahead and slice it. It's important when you're slicing a roast to slice against the grain. So the grain in this roast looks to be going this direction. So I'm going to cut it this direction against the grain. And this is a medium, this should be a medium well roast. So you can see that it's still pink in the middle. It's very juicy inside because we let it rest. And a perfectly medium well cooked roast. I hope that you found this video useful if you're making your first rump roast or your first oven roast beef. Hopefully you learned something here that will help you along your way. I will link the full recipe in the show notes below. If you like this video, please subscribe. Thanks so much. We'll see.